Hey everybody! Long time no see. It's been a while. For those of you who haven't joined us before, it's been a while. I am Katelyn. I'm a brand ambassador here at InstaNatural. And today we are going to talk about going green with your skincare routine. Cheesy, I know, but very important. And something we here at InstaNatural take very seriously. So today I'm going to go over a little bit more about ingredients that we really recommend you stay away from. Hi Monica, welcome! As well as alternatives that you can put in place into your routine to make it a little bit more green, and really that are going to be a little bit more focused on natural ingredients. Let's start off with a little fact out there. According to the Daily Mail, women actually absorb almost 5 pounds of toxic chemicals a year just from using everyday beauty products. That's gross. And to me, that's a little crazy. It should be pretty eye-opening as well, just to think about the fact that just by applying those products daily, what's really being absorbed into our skin, and that's exactly no bueno. Those things that are really going to affect us long-term. So really something that we should be paying attention to when we're picking out our beauty products. So let's get started. First things first, let's get rid of those ingredients. The 3 ingredients we're really going to focus on today are going to be sulfates, parabens, and then alcohols. Now, there are quite a few more, and I know sometimes it can be a little overwhelming, so we're really going to just cover those 3 original ones today, and then we're going to have part 2 coming up next week that we're going to go over a few more ingredients that we really want to try to steer clear from and try to kind of push out of our normal routine, as well as really what it means to go organic with your skincare. So we'll be covering that in our next topic. Today, as I said, we're going to talk about sulfates, parabens, and alcohols. All right, so just like you should be checking your food labels, we do recommend that you also should be checking your skincare labels as well. I know it's one of those things that it's really easy to just kind of like grab and go, something you're used to. But it is something that's really, it is a responsibility to make sure you're paying attention to what you're putting onto and into your body. And I know sometimes it can be a little daunting going and saying, oh my gosh, I need to completely change out my entire routine. And that's not what we're saying. Obviously, that would be an end goal and something that we would want long term. But the easiest thing to do is really to just kind of one by one, take out as you're using up your products. Look for a more natural alternative. Look for a product that doesn't kind of include all those yucky, toxic things that we really don't want to be putting on our bodies. So let's get started. First of all, who of you actually pays attention and reads ingredients and knows what's in your skincare products? Let me know. I know that's something I wasn't always super conscious of until I was a little bit more, I paid a little bit more attention to what I was eating, that I noticed, oh my gosh, there's some things in my skincare that I probably shouldn't be using. And it wasn't until I really started doing more research on that I really realized how important it is to pay attention to what you're putting on your body. I know. It's one of those things that it's just very easy to kind of get into the habit of. So let's get started. Let's talk about sulfates. Now, what sulfates are is they are a surfactant, and that is typically what gives that bubbly or sudsy effect when you use, most of the time they're going to be in cleansers. So anytime you're talking about cleansing or soaps or things like that, usually a sulfate or surfactant is going to be in there. Now, the reason we want to stay away from sulfates is sulfates can usually be really harsh on the skin, usually dry it out. It's also going to throw off the natural pH of the skin, which can cause you some skin irritations, amongst other things. So sulfates are definitely one of those things that are pretty easy to avoid, to be honest. We really have done an amazing job with picking ingredients that are not only still going to be functional and to work, but they're going to be healthy for you. So we have switched out those sulfates for more gentle ingredients that are still going to cleanse the skin, still going to remove the makeups. If you're using, our dual action cleanser, which is a great option, you're going to help to balance that skin's pH, but you're also going to remove makeup. So you're not sacrificing any of the efficacy by getting rid of the sulfates. All right. So that's the first one that I would recommend. I know, it's crazy. You see those sulfates all the time and you're like, oh, this is in every product. It's totally okay. But it's not. Yes, that cleanser is one of my absolute favorites. Dual action is absolutely incredible because, like I said, cleanses the face, takes off makeup, balances your pH. It does a little bit of everything. So it's a really great cleanser if you want a multitasker, and to be quite honest, you don't want to take your makeup off and then wash your face. This is the perfect option because one and done. So lazy days, that's my best friend. Okay, so let's talk next about parabens. Ooh, I know that word, just I feel like sometimes I feel like I should have like a piano and be like dun 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 when I say some of these. But parabens are going to be preservatives. So they're found in just about everything. Most of the time, usually face wash, body wash, lotions, masks, hair care. The list goes on. But with those being preservatives, they're also known carcinogens. So that's something we definitely want to steer clear of. They're also going to be present in a lot of color products like makeup and things like that. So definitely pay attention and look for that ingredient on your ingredient list. Super important one to try to stay away from. So with that, the easiest way to start kind of ridding yourself of parabens is, like I said before, just kind of slowly replace as you use something up, replace it for a paraben-free option. One of my favorite things and easiest ways to kind of get yourself in the groove of that is by replacing your moisturizer. Silly as that sounds, that's going to be something you're going to use every day, closest to the skin. I really think that's probably one of the most important ones. Oh, I was talking about parabens, Maddie. Parabens are extremely important to get rid of in your skincare or in your daily life routine. They are preservatives and known carcinogens. So, as I was saying, moisturizer is one of the easiest ways to kind of start that process. And our Daily Moisture Repair is amazing because you can not only use this on the face, you can also replace your body moisturizer with it too because you can use it on the body. So, multitasking products are always amazing. So that's parabens. As I said, they're going to be present in almost any product. So that is something just really make sure you're reading the labels and steering clear of. Leave me some hearts too if you guys like this topic and this is something you guys want to kind of go a little bit more in depth after this series. Oh, great. Thanks. All right, so let's go on to the third and last portion of today's video, and that is going to be alcohols. And no, I'm not talking about that alcohol. I'm talking about alcohols like denatured alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, ethyl alcohols. I know you guys have seen those on your ingredient lists. Those are going to be alcohols that are going to be found in like toners. Yeah, definitely. We weren't talking about the beer alcohol, the alcohol and skincare alcohols. Those are going to be found in like toners, shampoos, some moisturizers, face masks, all of those kind of things. And you really want to steer clear of them because to be totally honest, they're completely counterproductive. So they're going to be really drying, stripping. A lot of times what can happen too is, yeah, they're extremely drying. Another thing that they can do too is they can actually throw off your oil production. So say you're really oily and you use a toner that has alcohol in it. What that can do is it can overly dry out the skin, actually force your skin to produce more oil, hence making you more oily. So usually that's not really what we're looking for in our products. It's kind of be counterproductive. So I would highly recommend removing alcohols from your skincare routine. Really great alternatives to that are going to be like witch hazel, tea tree. Those are ingredients that a lot of times are switched into products to kind of still do those same things and fight that bacteria and things like that, but to not be so stripping and irritating. That's something that we really wanted to do, especially with our toners, because toners are one of the main places that are extremely high in alcohol for most brands. Ours are typically witch hazel based, so that way, aside from our rose water, so that way you're still getting that really nice astringent-like feeling without the drying and the bad parts of alcohol. So with that, I am going to recommend our skin clearing toner. This stuff is amazing. fantastic for those times when you're breaking out a little bit more, or, you know, even if you know during a certain time you break out a little bit more, it's a really great preemptive step to take. And as I said before, this does not have alcohol in it, so you're not gonna have to worry about that like stinging, uncomfortable feeling that a lot of times you get with toners. So yes, and that'll also help to regulate your oil production as well. So absolutely fantastic. Let me know too down below, do you guys have any favorite toners? My favorite one is the rose water toner. I'm sure you've seen 1,000 videos that we've done on rose water because it's one of our favorites. I use that stuff for pretty much everything. I put it in my hair, on my face, I set my makeup with it, everything. Yes, thank you. Skin clearing is really good. I think skin clearing is very underrated. People don't think of it for the fact that, like, I actually love using it after the gym too. Sometimes you don't have time to, you know, wash your face when you're done working out. So I always have it in my car that I just kind of cover myself with, just so that way I kind of mitigate the opportunity for my skin to like pop up some pimples and stuff. So yes, highly recommend that. So that is going to conclude our little video today on some ingredients that we want to rid of our skincare routine. I really hope that you guys enjoyed part 1. This is something a little bit different that we wanted to do, and as I said before, there are a few more things that we wanted to include, as well as really making what it really means to make your skincare organic. And with that, we're going to talk about in our next part of this series, and that's going to be next week. So make sure you guys follow us on Instagram so that you guys are notified when we have our giveaways and when we go live, and you guys don't miss out on anything really awesome because we have some really great new things coming for you guys. And if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to email us at cs@instanatural.com, and we will see you guys next time. Bye!